Okay, let's go.
Hi y'all, I'm Redheaded Neighbor and welcome today to the channel. We are here today to listen to music together and just vibe on this Saturday. I hope that you guys have some plans if it makes you happy or no plans if it makes you happy. I'm falling somewhere in between, so I'm happy. Joni Mitchell, Woodstock is the title, live in studio 1970. Okay, I'm very interested in this, but I'll be upfront with you. I don't have issue with Joni Mitchell as far as like being a human and, things that she's done, but her vocals, I just have a hard time with sometimes. But I have not heard this song, so I always try to be upfront with y'all. So let's get into this.
Next song that I'm going to play is about one of these pop festivals that they've been having around the world lately. It's one that I didn't really get to go to. I'd been playing the night before in Chicago with a band, friends of mine, Crosby, Stills, Nash, Young, etc., and it was their first professional appearance, and we were all kind of excited about it. And the next night we were supposed to all play in Woodstock, and I had to do a TV show the next day, so I kind of got left behind because they were having problems getting people in and getting them back out again and everything. So I stayed home in New York and I watched it on television all day and saw everybody there playing and singing, and it was really a nice festival, I guess, and from the looks of everything. And well, I wrote a little song for my friends to sing and for myself to sing as well.
Okay, I think this is very interesting. Number one, people, they just spoke different back then. Like, I feel like she's just speaking so naturally and with such a soft voice, and that's really not something that you hear a lot anymore. I personally have an appreciation for that. I like it. And what an interesting perspective from someone who was supposed to be at Woodstock, but had things that held her up along the way. And yeah, that's very interesting. And for her to talk about Crosby, Stills, and Nash, how early on this is in their career. I think that's really interesting.
And it's called Woodstock. It goes like this.
So her range there, she went up really, really, really high and then really, really low. And in this song, so far, I'm not minding her voice. What I don't like is when she goes up into that really higher register and just stays there. For whatever reason, that bothers me sometimes. But so far, she's got enough variation in it that I'm enjoying it.
Well, then can I walk beside you? I have come here to lose the smog, and I feel to be a cog in something turning. Well, and maybe it is the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man, I don't know who I am, but you know life is for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere there was song and a celebration. And I dreamed I saw the bombers riding shotgun in the sky, and they were turning into butterflies above our nation.
One thing that I really love is the storytelling. She is doing an excellent job at storytelling. I feel like, I don't know if it was just the way that I'm able to connect with the images and videos that I've watched about Woodstock, but I can absolutely see this happening. Like it tracks, you know? And I like the sweetheart that she has about this. Like, you know, the bombers turning into butterflies. Like, that's a really sweet thought.
To butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, billion-year-old carbon. We are golden, caught in the devil's bargain, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden.
I do love that line. I like her piano style a lot. And that song was definitely well written. She is one who I do have very high respect for her in that, because she's an intelligent writer. I like fun songs a lot, but whenever somebody can write a song like that, That's gonna win me. That's gonna win me over. I did very much like that. I'm still. She didn't do what I associate with Joni Mitchell there, and I don't know if that's something she did later on or maybe just other songs that I've heard. But this one, I didn't really have problems with. I actually very much enjoyed that, and that's just my taste. It's nothing to do with her. It's just my taste. There are a couple of artists like that that I know that I'm in the minority with, and I get roasted on here all the time when I'm honest about things. But I don't want to be lying and fake. But I'll tell you something that's very interesting about that. Whenever I got this request, I was like, oh no, Joni Mitchell. I'm going to have to say something, what I feel like is negative. But what's interesting is when I come on here, like my purpose is to expose myself to different kinds of music and to like broaden what I listen to. And I can say over since I started this channel that that has definitely happened. And I've actually ended up shocking myself with the stuff that I like, because when you come here with to do this and with a positive thought going into it that you want to enjoy something, you want to be exposed to something new, you'd be surprised how your mind and your heart can open. It hasn't happened every time, obviously, but it happens a lot, and it's over time. And I think that's an interesting thing. And as someone who is of a very grown age, whenever you find yourself changing and growing, it feels good. You want to continue to grow and learn. And songs like this, I feel like they do that. And I'm glad that songs like this are not going to be just lost in time, because I feel like they're important. So, yeah. So if y'all don't hate me too bad, thank you so much for sticking around. I do appreciate it. And, I feel like, Joni, being the pioneer that she was, deserves respect no matter what. But yeah, I did like that one. Just being honest, I did enjoy that one. So until next time, y'all.